Friends. Sometimes we get into those relationships that give us peace, but they prove to be disgusting in the eyes of the society, and people see them as a bad deed. But is it wrong? And what is the consequence of it? There is a story like this today in which we will see how a 31-year-old woman filled the color of a 17-year-old girl's colorless life. A boy named Joe, whose family has no shortage of grandeur, can achieve everything that is in the dreams of children at his age. But rich people are always hungry for love, because despite having everything, they have a shortage of one thing that can never be bought, and that is love. Joe knows that his mother has an affair with someone else and she is cheating on her father. But he did not tell this to anyone. Thinking about it, he started feeling sad and started spending time alone. During this time, his eyes fall on a woman named Rose, who was on the other side. Joe fell in love at first sight, but Rose also saw him secretly. But she also does something in front of him so that Joe's desires are fulfilled. This is how the story of the two begins, which is going to take a very painful turn in the future. Just keep watching. After that day, Joe is looking for Rose everywhere. He keeps going in the middle of it again and again for a glimpse of her. But she is nowhere to be seen. But one day a miracle happened. She saw him in the market. Rose also saw him, but did not say anything. But Joe followed him, and somehow he reached his hotel, where he got his room. But he did not have the courage to go inside, that he could go inside and talk to him. That's why he took a step back. But then Rose came out, and when he saw her, he asked her to come inside. When Joe saw her room, it was very wide. That's when Rose came close to him. She knew that this is the law of attraction, which she wants to take full advantage of. But Joe got scared and ran away from there. He didn't have that much courage inside. But after that day, he has found out about it. That's why he goes to the same hotel the next day. He doesn't see Rose anywhere there. Maybe she's gone. He came back with this thought in his broken heart. But in his room, he found the logo of the bicycle club, which means that Rose is somehow connected to the club. That's why he comes home and starts collecting information about the club. When he got the number, he called her, but he couldn't ask her anything, because he doesn't even know Rose's name. He tells her that maybe there is a woman in his club, who had just come a few days ago. To visit her, his hotel left some stuff in Brasilia, which he wants to return. But it didn't help, because he said that he needs some time to find out about this. This is what Joe doesn't have, because Rose will forget him by then. Here, Rose's life has started to have a very deep impact on Joe. He used to get good marks at some point, but now he just keeps thinking about her all day, because of which his marks are getting very low. For this, the professor tells him a lot, but Joe is still lost there. After a week, he gets a call from a man named Peter, who introduces himself as Rose's husband, and says that whatever is the stuff, send it to this address. But Joe himself goes to that address. Because he had to meet Rose, he doesn't care that she is married. Maybe this is called childhood. But is Rose still thinking about him? On the other hand, we can see Rose's life very closely. She is not very happy. In her daily work, she works as a mailwoman, during which she also hides some letters, which she reads alone, because she likes to do this. One day after finishing work, she sees that someone has kept a bouquet on her cycle, which she likes a lot, because something like this was happening to her for the first time. She takes that bouquet and leaves, but after a few days she notices that someone is following her, and one day she finally checks who he is, when she takes off Joey's helmet. She doesn't remember anything for a while. Then she remembers his face. This is the same one she met in the hotel. Here she tells him not to follow her, because whatever happened in the hotel that day, it was just a mistake. But Joey has fallen in love with her. Where was he going to believe? So soon. That's why he follows her home every day. To which Rose got tired and said that he is still a child, and I am married. I am 20 years older than him. That's why he should leave from here. Otherwise, he may have to take some more steps, What if he closed the gate? Although he shouldn't have talked to her like this. Thinking this, he felt bad. But he had to do this, because he had no other choice. Joey was so shocked by this, that he fell off his own scooter. Rose heard his voice, immediately came out, and saw him in this condition, and told him to go home, because he is injured. Then when he went inside, Joey did not see that there is no one there, the thing about which he asked, "Is he not there yet?" So Rose said in response, that we are not married yet. When he heard this, Joey's face smiled, which he is not able to express. Now, in the midst of conversation, Joey asked him, "Why does she steal those letters?" Which became Rose's mouth, and she said that she does not do this. When they come back, she keeps them to send them again. Here her eyes were not moving away from Rose's eyes. She said that, "Can we complete the incomplete work of that day?" Rose did not give any answer, then said in the eyes, after which this affair begins. But Joey does not know. Will he be able to come here again or not? But at this step of his studies are getting a very bad effect. He has now stopped going to school. He comes to meet Rose by bunking, and both spend hours together. When his professor notices this, then he explains to Joey that if this continues, then he will not be allowed to sit in the final exam. But Joey does not get any effect of what he said. From that day, he goes to Rose's house every day. But when Rose found out that Joey has stopped taking his piano classes, she got angry. She promised him that he will continue his classes and he will win that competition, which is going to happen in a few days. The day after which he started learning piano. Meanwhile, he notices that his mother-in-law started talking a lot to her boyfriend. That's why taking advantage of him. He leaves the house without telling, and then goes to spend time with Rose. Their relationship has caught a storm, which is now going to stop at some terrible point, while Rose has also expressed her love, which makes Joey very happy. This is what he wanted. Then he also revealed the secret of that letter. That why does she steal them? Actually, the letter that smells of perfume. She just steals it, because someone must have written it for the one she loves. That's why she reads it. Because until now, Peter has not done anything like this for her. Joey says that he will do it for her. Both of them laugh a lot. And here Joey tries his best, that he can become more mature in front of her, but he is still a kid. That's why Peter came there. Rose immediately hid Joey on the balcony without a shirt, and she started meeting Peter inside. But because of the heavy rain outside, Joey kept getting drenched in it. Many hours passed, but Rose did not come out. And it was evening, and it was evening, when she saw them being intimate. And she decided in her mind that whatever he is doing, it's all useless, because she will never be able to get that love from him. And neither will she be able to accept him in front of everyone, although after Peter's sleep, Rose makes him understand a lot. But he leaves there in anger, and in the middle of the road he cries a lot. And then he goes home in the same condition, where his mother was very worried about him coming late. But Joey goes to his room without saying anything. His mother is now worried about his studies. His father knows that this happens at this age. That's why he tells him to relax. Next day, Joey was still thinking about Rose. He was so engrossed in his play. When his name was called, he did not hear it. He even came out of the show. That day when he was coming home, he met Rose there. But in Joey's heart, now there was so much hatred for Rose that he was even refusing to recognize her, which hurts Rose a lot. But still, she doesn't stop trying to meet him. But one day Rose catches him and says, why is he doing this? Although she knows very well that he can't live without her. But this is also the truth, that she can't leave Peter for him. She has to accept this. That's when Joey's friends start calling him. That's why he asks her to meet him tonight, at night. Rose goes to his address, where he expresses his love to her and says that since she has left, he has stopped music. He has stopped studying. He doesn't feel anything right. Rose tells him that they can never be together. even if they want to, because the world will taunt them. But Joey only cared about Rose. What the world thinks. It doesn't matter to him. He plays the piano for her. That's when Rose realizes that Joey is very important to her. And she has decided that she will give a new beginning to this relationship. That's why they start spending time together again. And this time, she didn't hesitate at all. One day Rose takes him to her old house, where her dad used to live. They got very close there, during which Rose shares many things with him, in which she had a childhood, that when her dad used to get drunk, he used to beat her a lot, whose dreams still frighten her. At the same time, Joey's mom realized from her daughter's behavior that she definitely goes to meet someone every day. She checks her things, in which she gets her phone, and in that, she gets some pictures of Rose, which she was surprised to see, because Rose was of her age, which is even more surprising to her. Then she doesn't talk to Joey about it. Joey has also started failing in the exam, because of which his professor also explains to him, and today he asks if he has any problem. Then he can share it with him. But Joey ignores him and goes back to Rose. At this time, he doesn't see anyone else. Now he starts reading her letters. He stays with Rose day and night. But the result of this will be very bad for him. One day when they were together, Joey heard some voices when he went out. His mom was with her boyfriend, which he couldn't bear. He asked Rose to leave.
But when she went to her house,
Peter finally asked her, "Where is she coming from so late at night?" Rose lied. But Peter told everything to her friend, because of which today he hits her, because she is cheating him for a child. Rose tries to make him understand, but he still hits her. When things cool down, Peter asks her, "Do you really love that child?" Rose says yes. Peter feels bad, because she was cheating him for a long time. But Rose says, she tried a lot, but he didn't do that. But the love and affection Joey makes him feel, he gives him peace. It never happened to him. It's not that I don't love you, but I have a different attachment to you. Even if I try to stay away, I can't stop myself from missing you. Saying this, she starts crying. Joey's mom tries to talk to her, but today he tells her what he has been hiding for a long time. Joey tells his mom about his affair. His mom tells him about Rose, which leads to a long distance between mother and son. And the next day, she goes to Rose. She gives her some money and tells her that she is old, so stay away from her son. If you want more money, tell me. Today, Rose feels humiliated for the first time, so she takes an important decision. She goes to Joey's school and tells him that she is marrying Peter, so from now on, there is nothing between them. Joey couldn't stop himself and started crying. He doesn't know how to bear such a big pain at this age, so he locked himself in the room. While Peter started his wedding preparations, a week later, Joey has his final exams, but he is not at home, which worries his parents. His mom knew where he was. Only Rose knows, so she asks his dad to go there. But he tells her that he knew about his affair from the beginning. So he goes to Peter, who was busy with the wedding preparations. Even after Joey's dad told him, he doesn't let him talk to Rose. But when Rose sees Joey's dad, she comes out and tells Peter, "If I don't go today, I won't be able to forgive myself, because it all started because of me." So she sits in her dad's car and goes to the old house, where they used to meet every day. When they go inside, Joey gets drunk, and his dad brings him out and tries to bring him to his senses. When he comes to his senses, he starts misbehaving with him, saying that he doesn't even know, that his dad didn't tell him anything. He doesn't even know that his wife is having an affair. His dad didn't say anything to him at that time, and made him sit in the car, but at that time he said that he knew everything from the beginning. But instead of breaking his house, he tried to fix it. After a while, Rose drops him outside his exam hall and says goodbye. But Joey still tells him to break the marriage. Then Rose explains to him that if he does this, then both of them will lose him, whom they love. Now is the beginning of his life. Saying this, he kisses him, and in this way, Joey feels his first heartbreak. He reaches the exam hall, and Joey is with Peter at the right time. Both of them made that decision, which was right for them, because it is not necessary that every relationship is complete. There are some people who come into our lives, who teach us something. This happened with Joey too. He learned to be happy. His parents are also with him. Joey's mom chose her family, because family is everything. What do you think? Was their decision right? Tell us in the comments, if you were there, what would you have decided? Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.